Hi, I'm Sophie, and welcome to my world. I get a lot of requests from you, my audience, for younger projects. Projects for little hands, I guess is what I would call that. And so today I've got a really great project that uses contact paper and things that you can find around the house to make an amazing sun catcher. And I'm going to show you how to make that right now. For this project, I'm going to need some scissors, some duct tape, some blue tape, tongue depressor or popsicle stick, little pieces of cut tissue paper or regular paper. It can be construction paper, it can be any kind of paper that you like. Basically, I've just taken some scissors and cut little shapes. And then I've got some fun sequins here. These are bright and sparkly. Mainly, the main thing about whatever I'm going to use as my artwork for my sun catcher, I want to make sure it's flat. That is the only thing. So I could use some very fluffy little feathers. I could use little pieces of plastic, whatever that I've got that's flat, as long as it's flat. And then I've got contact paper. Now, here's the thing. I had a dear friend of mine give me a whole bunch of this contact paper, which is why I've been having so much fun playing with it lately. But I've got a piece of my contact paper here, and I'm going to fold it in half to start. So I've just got this piece cut right here. You can make your piece cut as big or as little as you want, but what you want to do is fold it in half like this and crease it. The creasing is very, very important. So crease it one direction and then crease it in the opposite direction. And you want to leave it so that the paper side is facing out. Then what you want to do is flip this over onto one side and peel back one half of the paper. This is in preparation. You're going to get this all ready for your child. So let me just move this stuff out of the way here. So you're going to just take this and you're going to peel this piece back to the place where we made that crease. Okay, so now I've got it to the place that I have that crease. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my blue tape to secure this to the work surface. Now I've actually already started this ahead of time over here, so let me just pull this piece out. So this is my little work surface here. As you can see, I've pulled this back. This is the sticky side is facing up, and I've laid a piece of the blue tape on one side, across the bottom, and then I'm going to just show you how I put it on my final side here. What I'm doing is I'm creating basically a border, and the reason that I'm doing this is because often little hands are just going to put their stuff wherever they see fit, and we do need to be able to seal this, and to seal it I need to have at least about 1/2 inch of space to seal on the outside. So by creating this kind of frame here, I've allowed my child to have free rein. Now what happens next is they literally go to town. And the thing about it that's great is you just start putting your pieces down. You can put your sparkly pieces down. And again, remember the only rule here is make sure that the stuff that you're putting in here is flat. You need it to be flat because otherwise it won't seal real well. So then you just start taking all these little pieces and start spreading them out. And let your child have fun putting shapes and colors on top of each other. Like, you don't have to worry. As long as you've got a little bit of seal, it'll stay in place. So you just keep doing that, filling the entire space with fun and fabulousness so that it ends up looking like this. Now we're ready to seal. And so to do that, what we're going to do is take our blue tape off, and it just peels right on off. And what I like to do is leave one side still stuck to my work surface so that my child can actually help me with this part. Because this is the fun part, removing the rest of the paper. So you pull the rest of the paper off. Now you might need to help your child here, because what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it right over at that crease. And then the last moment, we're going to pick up this last little piece of blue tape and seal it down. Now, you get to have some fun. Give your child that popsicle stick or tongue depressor and let them rub, 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 rub. And they're going to just seal all that goodness inside. Isn't that fun? There you go. So now you end up with this really beautiful array of tissue paper and sparkles and colors. Now you could leave it like this if you wanted to, but what I like to do is put a big frame around it, and that's when I like to use my duct tape. Now this is a point where you might want to actually have your child help you, but you want to do this for the child, which is you want to measure out the tape, and you are going to lay it on. Again, this is going to be that half on, half off technique. Now what we want to do is lay our tape down, I'll put it down on the front piece here, along the edge, and we want to make sure that when we fold it over, we're lining up those white edges. So edge to edge, that way we don't get any white tape showing through. And we just want to continue doing this all the way around our piece of art. I'm going to finish it off with my last little piece here. Now there you can see I got a little teeny bit off. And I'm just going to lay this here, flip it over, fold it over. If you've got any extra, you just take a little scissors and snip this, and I would do this as I went along. So if this was my first piece, I would just snip it before I added my side pieces. But you can see that each of those pieces that you add of tape, as you do that half on, half off, you've created a nice sealed frame for your artwork. And there you have it. A great project for little hands. Now, I wish I had a window that I could actually show you what this looks like, but I'm going to try to give you some sense of an idea by putting this flashlight behind it. But when it actually hangs in a window, it's really quite spectacular. The other thing is that you can make all kinds of different things out of this. Like you can put it on a table and have it be a placemat, and many other ideas too. For great ideas for little hands and big, come and check us out at Sophie-World.com.